Hello everyone, I hope you guys are all having a fabulous Monday. Today I'm coming at you with our weekly Minks Monday Q&A, so grab your favorite cup of joe or your favorite tea and let's get started with the very first question from Hello Kitty 0518. I have a Speedy 30 and I'm thinking about purchasing straps for it. What do you think of the look? I don't like the look of the bandolier. I'm not a big fan of the bandolier either. It hasn't grown on me, not yet. But as far as purchasing straps for the classic Speedy, I would advise against it personally, just because the bandolier, for example, has the designated hardware where the straps would go, and therefore you're not straining the vachetta and you're not straining the canvas any more than you should. And when you put on that extra strap onto the classic Speedy, it gives it a lot more of a slouchier look, and it looks as though the purse, in my opinion, it looks as though the purse wants to say, please stop doing this to me. You are hurting me. That's my opinion on it. I'm not a big fan of it. But if you had to choose one or the other, I would go for the bandolier because, as I said before, it already has the hardware where it needs to be. So that way you don't damage the purse any more than you should. But no, not a big fan of it. Crystal Lee, if you had to pick for the new monogram Neverfull, would you choose the classic beige interior or the red? I'm also worried about possible color transfer. Please let me know what you think. Well, in my experience, if you have a lot of damier pieces or maybe lighter colored SLGs that you carry in your purse, SLGs meaning small leather goods, I would advise against getting a pop of color in your Neverfull because yes, you will get color transfer. If you have more monogram pieces or if you have darker colored SLGs in your bag, then I would absolutely say go for the red or maybe a different color interior. But don't get me wrong, I absolutely love my classic Neverfull with the beige interior, but when I see that pop of color in those Neverfulls, I am so attracted to it. I think it looks fantastic. And as I said before, if you don't have too many light colored SLGs, I would go for it. If you do have quite a bit of SLGs that are light colored, then I would strongly suggest for the beige interior. Okay, Louis 1228. Hi, Minnie. Love your Monday Q&As. Why, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy them. What are your thoughts on the Givenchy Pandora bag, both the structured and the regular slouchy one? And I took a look at this bag, and I cannot wrap my head around this bag. The slouchy one absolutely is out of the question for me. It's extremely, extremely slouchy, and you guys know how I feel about those. And the structured, it looks kind of weird. It looks kind of funky. There's a double zipper, and then it's just the angle of the purse. I don't know. I've seen a lot of models wearing this bag and it looks great, but personally for me, I don't like it. And I don't know. I want to so badly like this bag because the look of the leather looks extremely luxurious, but not a big fan of the overall design of the bag. But very good question. Okay, SSPOS official. I would like to give my boyfriend a starter from LV, and I am between the clay and the business card holder. What do you recommend? Well, I'm a huge fan of the clay. I think it's a great piece. But if I was to get my husband, if I was to get my husband a starter piece from LV, and if it was between those two, I think he might get more use out of the business card holder. Even though don't get me wrong, I think that the clay is such a great piece and it's extremely versatile. My husband personally wouldn't like the keychain option. I think he would just like to have it in his back pocket and use it as, a little wallet. So for that reason, I would go for the business card holder. But honestly, you can't go wrong with either one. The clay is just such a staple item in any LV. Any LV addict will tell you how great the clay is. But like I said, if it was my husband, if I was to choose between the two, I would choose the business card holder just because I think he would get more use out of it. Even though I think that the other one is very versatile. I don't know. I'm not being very helpful, but like I said, you can't go wrong with either one. Okay. Miss Viv M. Love your Q&A videos. Thank you very much. Do you know when Louis Vuitton increases their prices? There is not a set date. I know that just by trend, it has been happening every, I think it was before, a while ago, it used to be February and October. Then it was April, then October. It just seems that it's right around April, February, March, and April, and then it seems that it's always in October. So I would have to say just by trend, that's what it is. But they tend to change, so it's not like anything set in stone, unfortunately. Are you kidding me? I wish it was. Then that way we can all buy our pieces before the price increase that we knew would be happening. But then they wouldn't make money, right? Okay. Rouge. Hi, Minks. Hello. I just bought a medium agenda. The part where you press down to open the binder is kind of shaky, and I'm afraid it might break if I add pressure. Are yours the same? I had an agenda that did have that. I know what you're talking about when you open up the agenda, those little tabs, obviously, because if you're going through your agenda a lot more than most people would, it might tend to get a little bit more loose, but mine was extremely loose, and it didn't affect it at all. I honestly thought the same thing. I thought that I was going to ruin it and it was going to, pop off, and then I'd have to go get it fixed. But nothing ever happened, and I had it for quite some time. So I say, you're fine. I don't think anything would happen to it. But if you are if you're worried about it, I would just take it into the LV store and see if maybe they can do something for you before it gets broken or before it's beyond repair. You never know. So I always say, be safe I'd rather be safe than sorry. So just take it in there. Okay. Susan Marie Scott. I am curious about why you no longer have Gucci in your collection. As you guys know, I used to have quite a few Gucci bags, and it just seemed that they didn't hold their resale value as much as I would like, especially when you're spending as much money on a bag as some of these Gucci bags are, and then you see it 6 months later, a year later, probably 75% or less than what you paid for it. To me, it doesn't hold its resale value. And even though I do like Gucci bags, I think some of their designs are absolutely beautiful. That worries me because I don't think it's a bag that I'm going to keep in my collection. And if I know that I'm eventually going to sell it, I would like to get at least some of the money that I paid for it and not have that much money go down the drain, in a sense. It's not a knock against Gucci whatsoever. Like I said, I think they have great bags. They don't hold their resale value as much as Louis Vuitton or Chanel or any other high-end luxury good. Okay. Alex Cienfuegos. Do you ever go to the Louis Vuitton on Rodeo Drive? I do not. And obviously, those of you that are familiar with it, Rodeo Drive is in Beverly Hills, California. I know there are quite a few Louis on Rodeo Drive, if I'm not mistaken, or in the Beverly Hills area. And I haven't. I tend to just stick to San Diego. I'm very comfortable there. And I think if I was to travel, up to Beverly Hills and maybe even a little further, I might stop by. But it's not something that is very, I don't know. I haven't thought about it twice, to be honest. Maybe I should. Maybe I should make a day out of it. I'd probably break the bank if I went up to Rodeo Drive. So maybe it's a good thing. It's a blessing in disguise. Okay. L. Lamb. Can you tell me if the Wok would fit a Samsung Note 4 phone? By the way, love all your videos. Very informative. I'm a subby. Well, thank you so much for the wonderful comments. And as far as it fitting a Samsung Note 4 phone, I think I looked at it last night, and I believe it does. I could be wrong, but I'm almost 99.9% sure it will fit in there. Like I said, the Chanel wallet on chain looks very deceiving. It might look very small, but it actually fits a ton of items in there. So I would say I don't think it would have a problem fitting in there. Okay. All right. Anne, I am so enjoying all of your informative videos. Would you tell us what products or product you use for removing your makeup? Absolutely. So, a few months ago on one of my favorites, my monthly favorites, I told you guys about the Rimmel London eye makeup remover. And I really liked it, and I never had a problem with it until I started realizing that in the morning my eyes would seem a little bit puffier than normal, and I think it was just maybe the I can't even think, the ingredients in the makeup remover. So I stopped using it, and I had since then I haven't had any problems with my eyes swelling in the morning. And up until recently, I actually just ran out of them. I was using the Stila makeup remover wipes, and I absolutely love them. They are fantastic. And then I found these bad boys right here, which I am obsessed with. So I take back everything I've ever said about any other makeup remover. This is now my number one, and this is the Neutrogena Makeup Remover Cleansing Towelettes, and this is actually the refill pack. I don't even remember where I got this, but it says ultra soft cloths. Patented formula dissolves all traces of makeup, even waterproof mascara, and there's 25 pre-moistened towelettes in here, and I have to tell you guys, it is incredible. I used one of these bad boys, and it took off all of my makeup. It took off, and I tend to use really thick eyeliner that just, I mean, I could wash my face until my face is raw, and for some reason, that eyeliner is still on there, and this was able to take care of it. It is so, I mean, it is fantastic. It is, let me just read you a little bit more about it. It says, gently and effectively dissolves all traces of dirt, oil, and makeup in seconds. Patented formula is so effective, it easily removes even waterproof mascara. Leaves skin thoroughly, oh my gosh, thoroughly clean with no heavy residue, so there's no need to rinse. And that's one thing. Sometimes when you remove your makeup, you feel like you still have to wash your face. Obviously, most of us wash our face. And with this product, it felt like I had already washed my face. So I recommend it 100%. This will definitely be making my February favorites. So as of now, I've been using the Neutrogena Makeup Remover. Fantastic product. Okay. Sally Hudson. She has 3 questions. Which item do you have in your collection that you are surprised you have because you first thought you would never get? And that is a great question, and I was pleasantly surprised by this item, and that is the Louis Vuitton Alma in the vernis leather in the color Noir Magnetic. It was an impulse buy. And I had a little bit of buyer's remorse afterwards. I'd say maybe a month or 2 months afterward, after I purchased it. And I have to tell you, I am so happy. I am so ecstatic that I kept that bag in my collection. There's something about the leather and the look of the bag. I didn't used to be a very big fan of the Alma for whatever reason. And now I have 2 Alma vernis, and I think that's the only kind that I would get. I thought before I would get the damier, just the canvas pieces, but I really am a big fan of the vernis Alma. So I would have to say that one. I don't know. It surprised me, trust me, after I purchased it. Like I said, it was an impulse, and then afterward I felt bad, and then I'm absolutely head over heels with that bag. I think it's beautiful. Okay, number 2. Why do you think Louis Vuitton offers more canvas pieces in monogram than damier Ben, since it was the original print and it's waterproof compared to the monogram? And this is a fantastic question. And I thought about it a while ago, and I think I figured out maybe why. I could be wrong. But the reason why, even though the damier Ben is the original print, and yes, it is waterproof in a sense, I think it's the fact that the LV or the monogram is so iconic. I mean, it's easily recognized. I think more people, if you were to survey 100 people, I would say I'd say 75% of them might go for monogram versus another print, just because that's what they like. They like the fact that it's it's on the bag. You recognize it. You know that it's Louis Vuitton, and especially when we're spending this much money on bags, it just kind of gives that bag or gives that person that much more oomph. The fact that they have an authentic LV and it has the LVs on them. So that's what I think. I think it's because more people purchase the monogram versus the damier ben. I wish it was the other way around because I'm a huge fan of the damier ben. I agree with you. I think it's great because it was the original print that Louis Vuitton designed. But I honestly think that's the reason why. And just because more people would flock towards the monogram print. But nonetheless, any print you get, whether it's damier ben, damier azur, or the monogram, or any monogram vernis, I think you can't go wrong. It's such a great brand. Okay, and number 3, what style that comes in monogram and not in damier ben would you love to have if it came in DE or damier ben? Hands down. I have wanted this bag for so long if they ever make it. And that is the Artsy. Oh my goodness, I can envision what it would look like. And I absolutely love hobos. So the fact that yes, it is a little slouchier than I would like, but the fact that it would have that beautiful Alcantara lining on the inside and just the look of the damier ben on the single shoulder strap. Oh my goodness, I think it would look fantastic. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed because, as you guys know, the Delightful is now coming in damier ben. I think in April they're releasing it, and in damier azur. And before it was only monogram. So there is still hope that the Artsy will come in damier ben. And you better believe it that if it ever does, I will be the first person on that list. Obviously, I wouldn't be the first person on the list, but I would be on that list because I would be I would be over the moon to get that bag. But that is a great question. I can just imagine how luxurious the look of it would be. Okay, and I have 2 more questions. This is a little bit shorter. Okay. Nail Junkie 242. I look forward to seeing your Monday Q&As. Why, thank you very much, which I really enjoy. I am glad you enjoy them. I enjoy doing them so much. Okay, I only have $7,000 in disposable funds to spend this year. I've been eyeing the Cartier Love Bracelet and the Chanel Boy Bag Jumbo. Which would you recommend? This is such a tough question. I thought about it all day today. I was trying to think, which would I choose? Oh man, I'm definitely put on the spot. I can appreciate, it's such a hard question. I mean, why can't we get both, right? Okay, so get back to the question. I would have to say, if it were me, I think I would probably go for the boy bag over the Cartier Love Bracelet. And trust me, this is probably one of the hardest questions that I've ever gotten on Monday Q&A. I absolutely am in love with the Cartier Love Bracelet. I think it is absolutely exquisite. And it just, you know what? No. I'm gonna change my question or my answer. I'm gonna go for the Cartier Love Bracelet. I think it is such it just exudes luxury. It is a beautiful, beautiful bracelet. And I think if I had that bracelet, I would probably only end up using that bracelet, even though we have our fashion jewelry, yes. But I mean, they're 18 karat gold and they are beautiful, beautiful bracelets. I know there's different kinds that you can get. There's just the solid gold, or you can get some with the diamond bezel. But I absolutely love the look of the Cartier Love Bracelet. Or I think it just, there's just something about it. It is absolutely exquisite. It is luxurious. It is, I think it is the epitome of what a beautiful bracelet is, in my opinion. And don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the Chanel Boy Bag. I have contemplated purchasing it. I have had it in my hot little hands, and there's just something about it I'm not too keen on. I I think that maybe it's the way that the strap, the way that it lands on my particular body. I think it's a little too short, and it kind of adds a little more, more eyes towards my midsection, which I wouldn't be too happy of. But I don't know. I just think it doesn't have to be a big item or a big, an actual big item for it to be, bam, in your face, this is what I have. I think it's such a beautiful bracelet that I don't think you could go wrong with it. So for that reason, I would say the Cartier Love bracelet. It is exquisite. I think that's the only word that I can think of to describe it. Exquisite. To the T. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bracelet. So I say go for the bracelet. Absolutely. And if you can, then you can get the Chanel Boy bag. But that is a great, great question. Quite a stumper. Okay, so serving sparkle. This is my last question, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Oh no, I have quite a bit more. I apologize. I didn't even see these. Everyday Glam. I am heading to Maui soon, and I have heard that some pieces are less expensive there, or they have special pieces that are location specific. Is any of that true? As far as being less expensive, it's more so because the tax is a lot less in Hawaii versus here in the States. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. For those of you that live in Hawaii, I do believe it's at 4% versus here in California, depending upon where you are, it's anywhere from 9% to, or 8% to 9%. So obviously when you tack that onto a bag or an item that's $1,200, $2,000, or $3,000, it makes a big difference. And as far as some of the special pieces, I know that you can get hot stamping. Like one of my wonderful subbies sent me from Hawaii. She got me the damier luggage tag that had the Hawaii little stamp on it. It is beautiful. And those are some of the things that you can get there versus here in the States. Obviously you wouldn't be able to get it with California or anything like that. So those are some of the things that I know of. So yes, Narelle Ravsi, I'm sorry. As always, a great Q&A. Thank you. Could you please tell me how you care for your Vachetta leather? I actually don't care for my Vachetta leather at all. I don't use any products to keep them safe, if you will, or Scotch guard them or anything like that. I just pretty much use them, and it is the roll of the dice. I think that sometimes when, especially because you get so nervous at first when you have that fresh Vachetta, you almost don't want to touch the bag. But when you get that first mark, and then after that, it's easy to use any bag. But sometimes I think that the way that the patina turns out, I feel that it tells a story of how or what the bag has been through. Not necessarily in a bad way either. So for that reason, I do not care for them whatsoever, in the sense of adding any other products. Super Dash. Hi, Minks. I love your Q&A Mondays. Wow, thank you. How did you go about purchasing your Chanel Jumbo Flap? Was it a gift, or did you plan for that particular purchase? It was not a gift. I worked my butt off to get the money for that bag. And as you guys know, I have a purse stash, if you will, and I just add money towards it every chance that I get. And I had money saved. I had saved enough money to purchase the bag, and I went to get the medium large, and I ended up with the jumbo. But nope, I wish I could say it was a gift, but it was my hard work that paid for it, 100%. But great question. Okay, frills and all. I absolutely love your Q&As. I have a few questions. Well, thank you. What is your skincare routine? Your skin looks flawless. Number 1. And number 2, I recently got the LV Bastille PM in black, but I went to get the Maris PM, but was put off by the size. But I'm having second thoughts on it since I haven't seen any reviews or much talk about it. Should I exchange it for the Montaigne PM, I believe, or GM, or just keep it? Help. Okay, so the first thing for my skincare routine, I actually use a few different products. I wash my face with this religiously, and this is the Neutrogena Oil-Free Acne Wash Pink Grapefruit Facial Cleanser. As you can see, there's kind of a theme as far as Neutrogena goes. And I think this is great. It says it clears breakouts, 100% naturally derived grapefruit extract, and salicylic acid acne treatment. And I mean, I tend to get acne usually when someone's in town. I know that's TMI, but I get very, I don't know, I freak out when I start to get acne or anything like that, but I use this religiously and it helps out extremely. It tends to dry out any imperfections that I might have, and I highly recommend it. So that is what I use every single day. And then as far as my night cream, I use this guy right here, which I've featured in one of my favorites, which is the Lumen Firming Night Cream, and it has Time Freeze with Arctic Heather. I absolutely love this stuff. I think this is a sample that I got, but this is as much as I have left, and I just use it all throughout my my face, and then sometimes on my neck. And I honestly think it goes on a little greasy at first, but then it just it ends up moisturizing your skin, and I think that is the key to having a healthier skin or a glow, is just moisturizing, and this definitely helps out. So I highly recommend that as well. And I've also been using the Chanel Le Lift Firming Anti-Wrinkle Cream, and you know, even though I've used it, I've kind of used these back and forth. Or I use this, you know, 3 days or 4 days out of the week, and this one the other 3 days out of the week. And I honestly think it's the Lumen that's doing what it's doing to my skin. I haven't had too much. I don't know. I haven't noticed too much with the Chanel cream, even though this is a little sample. But regardless, I say it's this guy, the Lumen. It's great. Any Lumen product is great for the skin. I've had numerous amounts of products from them, and every time I think they work fantastic. And I've actually gotten a lot of compliments on my skin when I do use the Lumen. So I say try those out. But thank you so much for that. And as far as the Bastille and the Maris PM and the Montaigne, okay, so I'm not a big fan of the Bastille. I can appreciate it. I don't know. I just think it looks, it's not my first choice as far as those 3 bags. My first choice definitely would be the Montaigne. It is Montaigne, am I saying it right? I hope I am. I think it is a fantastic bag. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time talking today. But I feel that it is extremely luxurious. You can wear it casual. You can wear it, you can dress it up, dress it down. There's so many ways that you can wear it. And, I think you're having second thoughts, maybe because you might feel the same way as far as the look of the Bastille. Like I said, I can appreciate it, but there's just something about it. It just doesn't make my heart sing. So like my fantastic subby said, whichever bag you see that just makes your heart swoon and makes you just, that's the bag that you want to go for. So I say, if you have to exchange it, go for the Montaigne. I am a huge fan of it, and I think it looks beautiful. So hopefully I was able to help out with that question. Okay, so the very last question that I have is from Serving Sparkle. Do you see children in your future? What do you value the most in life? And what's your philosophy on life in general? These are great questions. Do you see children in your future? I tackled this question on a previous video on, I think it was Who is Minks for All, where I told you guys a little bit about me. And yes, I would love to be able to say that I see children in my future. But unfortunately, I was told by a few doctors that I will not be able to have children. So it's kind of it's a really sore subject. You know what I mean? Because I would love nothing more than to be able to add a child to my life. And as of right now, adoption is not an option for my husband and I. So yes, I absolutely would love to say that I see children in my future, but you never know, as I said before, what the big guy upstairs has in store for us. And what do you value the most in life? My family. I am very close to my mom. She is my best friend. She knows everything about me. Any time I have any problem, any question, or anything at all, I know she's there for me. She is, I don't want to get all emotional. She is my rock. And I just absolutely love my family. My family always comes first. And what's your philosophy on life in general? Live life to the fullest. Live every day like it's your last. Don't sweat the small stuff. It's just trivial things. If you can't change it, don't try to. You can't change the past. Always look for the future, and just know that having a positive outlook on life and really thinking about being a better person, I think makes the world a better place. So as I said before, just live every life to the fullest. Don't hold back. And if you dwell too much on the negative, I think it'll bring you down. But always hold your head up high and don't ever worry what anyone else has to say about you, because what matters is you and your happiness. So those are great questions. I leave you guys with those. But thank you so much for all the wonderful questions. Today I have quite a bit, or not today. I'm going to try to get through a haul that I did. So you might see it. You'll probably see it yesterday since today is Monday. Or today is Sunday. I'm filming on Sunday, but you guys will see it yesterday. And then I also, another YouTuber and I have some exciting videos for you this week. And I have, I can't wait. I think I said it once before, a monumentally exciting video coming for you guys this week. And I can't wait to share with you guys. So anyways, that's all I have. And I will see you quite a bit this week. And as always, make it a fabulous day or not. The choice is yours. Have a great day, you guys.